Hey, Mr. Larson.
Hey, hey, good evening. I can put our 2K26 remind in the chat if that would be helpful for parents to go ahead and sign up.
Oh, yes, please.
I'll do that right now. I'll let him in.
Probably give us until 5:05, and then I'll get us started um in terms of going through the slide deck. So I think I need to make sure I update this for the Ballou 2K26 page, and then I'll make sure everybody is able to get in. And then at 5:05, I'll go ahead and get started as to not hold us up this evening on this Good Friday. All right, I reposted it. The link is in that particular chat. And then after the meeting, I'll send this recording to, I'll send it out via Parent Square so that everybody has access to all the things. I'll give it a couple more minutes. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started just in the interest of time because it is Friday evening and it's Howard's homecoming, and everybody's had a long week. It was our first full 5-day week in like the last 2 weeks. So everyone had a full week of school and work. So welcome everybody, or welcome family who was able to make it. But this is our class of 2026. Quick update. This is going to be super brief and welcome. If you have any comments or concerns, please put them in the chat. Towards the end of the meeting, I will take us off of mute and open up our cameras, and I'll make sure that everybody's able to be heard. Currently in the chat, Mr. Larson has dropped our remind for Ballou class of 2026. So if you would like to get more information or be updated using Remind, that has been dropped in our chat. But we're going to get right into our information. And again, welcome. I am Assistant Principal Brandy Bird, and I am serving our students. Our agenda for today, we're going to go through updates and make this really succinct. We're going to talk about our new behavioral plan and how we're trying to support our students. We're going to go through our senior trip and prom, and then we'll have some general housekeeping things just to kind of keep us abreast of the expectations for our class of 2026. So here at Ballou, our mission is to nurture students' growth in a safe and supportive and inclusive environment. Our challenging, diverse, and engaging learning experiences inspire curiosity, build confidence, and prepare students for success. Our vision, we envision a school where strong relationships, technology, and open access to culturally relevant opportunities fuel our students' success. And first things first is our new behavioral plan. We are looking to hold our class of 2026 accountable for their behaviors in school. So, really briefly, our students are not always going into the classroom, or we're going to class, stepping a foot in, saying hello, or I made it, and then we're not staying in the classroom. So, our new expectation is that we are going in class and we are sitting and getting the information we're supposed to be receiving for the entire duration of the class period. We have come up with and created a pass system where students are receiving a pass for exiting the classroom and for visiting 2005, where our school counselor is, where my office is, and where the office of our attendance counselor and also our social worker is. So our students are being asked to please grab a pass before they leave the classroom. Each teacher has been provided with multiple passes and have been asked to give one pass at a time to support students not being in the hallway and in their classes receiving instructions from bell to bell instruction. They are to use respectful language. So if your student comes and says, oh my gosh, they keep telling us not to curse, we are asking them not to use curse words. So we're asking them not to use curse words with us as the staff in the building and also not with their peers. We're asking them to use respectful language in the building. And we're also asking them to follow directions the first time they're given. This is not a back and forth between us and your students, and we're asking them to remember that our roles in the building are basically their students and we're staff. And most, if not all the time, those directives are being given to support their safety. And last but not least, and I'm pretty sure we have beaten this dead horse, but unauthorized phones and devices. Students cannot have their phones. The DCPS rules around that. Our students are not to have their phones and devices. Ballou High School is upholding that, and students will not have their phones or devices, especially during the school day, if it is not related to something to support us post-secondary. So, really quickly for our progressive discipline framework, we're going through a 4-tier system. So, parents be on the lookout slash be ready to receive from our teachers and staff around your students and their behaviors. We are calling in regards to that. teachers are going to be giving some kind of warning. We're contacting you all, and then we're going to start to restrict their movement in various places based on students being abusing our pass system, meaning that they're getting permission, taking the pass, and then either not returning or not going to where they've asked permission to go to. The reason being, we're finding that students are, for lack of better terms, becoming hall walkers and just kind of like walking the halls for the duration of class periods. And those things aren't yielding them passing grades. And this is the last hurrah for our seniors. This is our senior year, and everyone needs to pass all of our classes. Tier two, repeated disrespectful behavior. And cutting class or chronic pass misuse, there's going to be a behavior contract issued. A parent meeting will be requested, detention may be assigned, or ISS. Tier three behaviors, defiant or threatening behavior, or major disruptions. There may be an admin conference, meaning that I will be having conversations with you and your students, and we'll start to talk about what ISS looks like for multiple days, or out of school suspensions look like, and then we'll start to talk about what loss of privileges look like. The goal is not for us to get beyond a tier one type situation where we've had a conversation, students have been re-explained the expectation, and we stop the behaviors immediately. For most of our students, we are 17. Some of our students are 18. The expectation is that when asked to go to class, we go to class. When asked to come back with the pass, we come back with the pass. The goal is for us to have a great time in senior year. I would really hate for us to be in a position where we start to lose some of our senior privileges. For students who make their way down to tier four, and they're aggressive and their profane behaviors or language becomes repeated, and they have multiple days of OSS or multiple times that they have out of school suspension, this will become something where it is extended, and they will start to lose their privileges for the semester, meaning that this could be a term three, term four type loss of privileges. I would hate for our students to lose their opportunity to attend prom, because that is a privilege. Graduation is also a privilege. I don't want to see our students lose the privileges that they have worked so hard for. So we're trying to tamp down on all the behaviors so that pretty much this can be a good time to enjoy our ending of the school year and just kind of like celebrate the fact that we've made it through high school. But I am very much so a parent as well. Um, I'm always someone who's like, well, you can lose your privileges, and with that, you can also earn them back, because I don't want to hold your cell phone in my house either. So for everything that you lose, you can always earn it back. So there is some restoration to the behaviors. We want to see them change and have positive conduct. So students are able to have restorative reflection essays that they can write, and then they also can have some restorative monitored behaviors for over 2 weeks and start to restore all the things that they've had taken away from them. So this isn't like oh, you can never have your privileges back, but we do have to see them working towards making some kind of restoration and being able to get the things that they need, and also be able to respect the space of Ballou High School. This document will be attached to this recording, and I'll send this out following this meeting. All right. For those of you who are here for the greatest news ever slash the worst news, our event to the Bahamas had to be canceled. It was canceled due to us not being able to use DCPS's approved travel agents. Their travel agents, the cost associated with using the travel agents was exponentially too high for us to afford as a class. There was no amount of fundraising that we were going to be able to afford to be paying 11, 12, $1,300 per person to be able to use the EF Tours travel agents. We just could not afford that. So if your student or yourself has already paid your cash deposit for the tour, I'm sorry, for the cruise, and you do not wish to go on the senior trip, I will be able to give you your refund via a check. I cannot refund your money in cash. When you turn your money into the school in cash, we take the cash and put it in the bank. The bank is going to give us a check. We will give you the check back with the amount of money you gave us in cash. I nor anyone else in Ballou will hold any of your money from your deposit from the senior trip hostage. You are more than welcome to your funds. If there is an issue with you receiving a check, please have a separate conversation with me about you receiving a check. I will work my hardest to try and resolve said issue, but the only way that the school can refund your money is via check. The reason why we have to give you your money back via check is because we cannot go back to the bank and pull the money out in cash. That is not how the school works. So we have to get it back in a check from the bank. We have to be able to deposit the cash, and the bank has to write us a check. All right, so I had a parent contact me and ask, well, can we have a vote? Because I don't want my child to go or my children to go to Florida. So we had another vote this week about a redo on the senior trip. And we posted this week on October 21st, and 62% of the students that voted asked for us to go to San Juan. We are going to go to San Juan. It has been approved. This is not a international trip, so we have already gone through the process. The trip has been sent through, but the cost of the trip is different because the cost of the trip is not on a cruise ship where all the things are included in the cruise. This required us to fly to Puerto Rico and stay in a hotel. The hotel is the Hampton Inn in San Juan. You can see the picture at the bottom, and we have to book we have to book a flight. So our flight is from May 26th through the 29th, 2026. And I'll let Mr. Larson and or Mr. Thomas kind of chime in on some of the finer details around the trip, but payments still have to be made in cash because that's how we have to deposit the money into the bank. Mr. Larson or Mr. Thomas, can you please chime in?
Yeah, of course. Good afternoon, everyone. So, luckily, I was able to get a hold of United, get us in a group rate for the airfare. We have it locked down as AP Bird said it would leave at about 8:30 in the morning on the 26th, May 26th, get us into San Juan, Puerto Rico at about 12:30. Then the Hampton Inn is a really nice Hampton Inn. That's also the same vendor that I've been using for over a decade now for our overnight college tours. It's right on the beach. It includes hot breakfast, so it has a pool, and it includes beach access. And then the other nice thing about Puerto Rico is that the kids will be able to visit the El Yunque National Rainforest. They'll be able to go to the caves. They'll be able to see beautiful beaches, Old San Juan, the San Juan Fort. So there's a lot of great things that they'll be able to do there for the 4 days that they're there. The flight back leaves at 4:45. It gets in at about 10 p.m. So the estimated arrival time back to Ballou would be about 11:30 on that Friday. The first payment, we have to make the airfare payment within 24 hours of receiving the reservation. So we're requesting for the $400 deposit to be due on November 7th. And then the rest of the $350 we said could be due on Friday, April 27th. Any questions or concerns? We'll be happy to take it. Otherwise, we will definitely have a parent meeting prior to the trip taking place, which is all the way out in May. Thank you, AP Bird.
Thank you, Mr. Larson. I'm going to have folks put questions in the chat for now. And at the end of the meeting, we'll address questions because I would like for us to kind of like complete the meeting. All right, senior prom, yay! Bah, 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 bah. The children have also selected a theme, and this year's theme will be a night in Dubai. Our prom will be at the Embassy Suites by Hilton, Washington, D.C. Convention Center. The prom will be on May 15th, 2026. It will be from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. And again, our theme will be a night in Dubai. Fundraising has begun. If you have additional questions, comments, or concerns, you're going to contact Ms. Hill, who is our POC for prom. She is our person who is leading and organizing prom for our students. All right. If you have not, please make sure you tap into our Ballou Senior Calendar. This is where all our information for our students is kind of like uploaded. It gives us a quick look at, I don't know why that just did that, but it gives us a quick look at all the things coming up for our students. And in the month of October, we have had our SAT this past week. Today is our family meeting. Next week on Thursday is our senior night. So it is a family engagement opportunity. So I would love to have all of our parents come out so that more of our students are able to come to the football game. Your participation allows at least two other students, if your student isn't a senior being honored in the actual football game, to also participate. Based off of DCPS's rules for this season, students can only come to the football game if they are accompanied by an adult. So we have a lot of students that are under 18. So if you can support or kind of like adopt a senior for a night on the 30th, it would be super awesome if any of your students' friends who are also seniors, or even if it's not a senior, could be adopted by you for the evening. Please do so. But that is our engagement opportunity on the 30th at our football game. And there will be another drop for students who were recently added to having paid their senior dues. Those who have already received their original September item will not be included in this, and those who were missed because they paid after that portion will be included in this in the October senior drop. So the senior drop is just me personally just providing them with something else that's kind of like, hey, I want you guys to start paying your senior dues. So if you're a family that hasn't gotten a chance to start paying your dues, please do so. I'm trying to incentivize the students with something extra. If you didn't see it, maybe your student didn't get a chance to start paying their dues, but the September drop was a football jersey. It just said Ballou Senior. It was like color waved, and it had like this, it was something I found. I thought it was cute. So I ordered some for the kids who had already paid. Next week on Friday is the class of 2026 2K26 day. If you have additional candy or anything else that is Halloween related and you would like to donate it to our class, we are having our Halloween experience on the floor, and we are taking donations. And I will put Miss Scott, who is our English teacher for English 4, I will put her information in our parent square that comes out with this recording in the message so that you can contact her about how to send in any donations for any candy so that we can provide it to our students on Friday, October 31st, as a part of our 2K26 day. Coming up in the month of November, we will have some days off for wellness and records. Our term also ends, so term 1 also ends on Friday, October 31st. Students do not have school on November 3rd. Students also do not have school on Tuesday, November 11th, and then at the end of the month, November 26th, 27th, and 28th, we will have the Thanksgiving holiday. So we will not have school on those days. I'm asking that we try our best to make sure students don't miss any additional days. In November, we will have our career application day. So it may be another day where students are have their cell phones so that they can also participate. and getting information in to apply for positions or jobs or internships that support them post-secondary. All right. In terms of our class dues, our package is pretty straightforward. There are bronze, silver, and gold packages. We are only able to take in cash payments or money order payments. They go to Miss Talavera. In the event that she is absent, I will be able to take payments, but I have to have our book to be able to provide you with a receipt. But Miss Talavera is our business manager. She is located in the main office. Students are able to make payments to her before school, during lunch, and after school. Those are the times of day that she's able to receive payments. And please make sure that they kind of like know her name at the very least. So when they get to the main office, they can ask for her. Her name is Miss Talavera, and she is in office 3310. Again, attendance means everything. Your students will FA if they miss 30 days unexcused from a class, and there will be nothing we can do about it. As much as I love each and every one of your children, if they miss 30 days in a class, it will go in as a failure to attend, and there is nothing we can do about it. Please make sure your student is at school every day. When they are absent from school, please send them with a note. If you can, please email our attendance counselor, Miss Walker. She is our 12th grade attendance counselor. Please CC myself so that I can ensure that your student's attendance has been captured. Grades, our grade person to ensure that your students' grades are being done well. The first line of defense is your teachers. Please know who your students' teachers are. Our second line of defense is Miss Sally Leroy. She is our grade level school professional counselor. She is the person who can go through the transcript with you. If you have questions about what courses your student is taking, how they're doing in terms of graduation requirements, Miss Tasha Sally Leroy is our school counselor. All right. Last but not least, if you would like to get involved and join a committee, Miss Van Ness is our parent volunteer person. She is available via email and she has sent out some information. If you have not gotten any additional information, please be on the lookout for that. She will be sending things out, I believe, at the close of next week so that we can start to have more parent engagement things coming up to kick off term 2 and term 3. Community service. Your student needs community service. Upon looking at the community service information, Ms. Sally Leroy will have a full update and will be sending out a message. If your student does not have any community service logged into the Aspen system, you will be receiving an email at the beginning of the month of November to say that your student needs to turn in some of their community service hours because they have not been updated in the system. Your student is required to have 100 hours in order to graduate from Ballou High School as a part of a DCPS requirement. We have opportunities. You can see Mr. Larson or Mr. Ruffin to get more information around how to serve. Also, our Dean of Students, Mr. Scott, is also available to support getting our students additional information for community service. All right, our next meeting will be on Friday, November 21st. It'll be at 5 p.m. and every meeting will be an opportunity to ask questions, get updates. So please don't hesitate to ask any in between meetings. My contact information is on the screen, and please follow us at Ballou2K26 on Instagram. There are some really cute things from this week. Your students created a spirit week of their own and they had a blast doing all the things. So please be on the lookout for all the updates so that you can see what's happening during the school day.